Hey, legends. Frazer Brookes here, back with another episode of the Network Marketing Ninja podcast. And as you can probably see, if you're watching on YouTube, I am joined by a very special guest. Yes, we are bringing the podcast interviews back because there's too many amazing stories out there in the network marketing world for me not to highlight. So today's guest is a fairly new friend of mine who's just completely blowing up around Europe. And we recently did a call for him and his organization. It was literally like a last minute thing. We arranged it like, I don't know, maybe 24 hours before it actually happened. There were nearly 800 people on the call. And these days to get 800 people on a call is, very good going, after COVID with people's exhaustion. They're like, oh, another Zoom call. Do I have to? But and this is on a Friday night. I think it was a Friday night as well, like proper full on Friday night. So he was translating me, and there was German speaking, there was Italian speaking, there was so many different languages. And the dude is so talented, not just in his network marketing business, but anyone, in my opinion, who speaks more than one language is an absolute beast. So I would love to introduce you guys all to Sandro Cazzato.
Bravissimo, Frazer.
Bravissimo. How you
Thank
doing?
you. I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Thank you very much for having me on your podcast. It's an honor for me, really.
Well, man, I'm excited to have you here, and I know the guys are going to learn a lot. Let's talk about your story. Tell me and the guys listening, like, what were you doing before network marketing? When did you join network marketing, and like where you're at with it so far?
Okay, so allow me to say that I'm a rookie of the industry because I just started the 1st December 2020. Before this, I was an entrepreneur in the information technology area. My clients of my IT consulting company were Swiss banks and insurance companies. It was a very good business. I always say my story is not so powerful because I wasn't sleeping under the bridges before I started with network marketing. So financially, I was super fine, I would say, which was on the same time a bit the issue because I was waiting too long to make the move. With the time, I lost the passion for my business. I really couldn't understand anymore what I had to do, why I kept going like this. Because when you stand up in the morning and you don't know for what you're doing it, except of money, then it's good if you start to be honest with yourself. So I used the COVID pandemic to be honest with myself. I asked myself the right questions. Unconsciously, I accepted an opportunity which was presented to me in a fairly bad way, I would say. But this didn't change the fact that for me, this was the start in network marketing. And since then, it was a crazy journey, really. Just to give you some figures, I was able to build an organization of 36,000 consultants, distributors in nearly 21 months. And we are making 8 million euros, which is nearly $9 million in sales every month with this organization. So I reached in 15 months the top rank of career. So right now I'm the highest ranked manager in my company, which is also a thanks to you because I started to work with you at the beginning of this year because I really wanted to pimp a bit the online business, my Instagram profile, and so on and so on. And it really worked very well. So that's a very short summary of my last 16 years. And I hope that you know me a bit better now.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. And it's you're a unicorn. It's not very common that you speak to people in the network marketing industry who have been involved for less than 2 years, who have a team of 10,000, not let alone 36,000. And I really love your team culture, because as we mentioned before, we were speaking. I think it was on a Thursday. I think I think I saw Sandro. He was speaking at a company event that he was having in Italy. How many people are at your event in Italy that you did?
Round about 1,200.
All right, so 1,000, crazy. 1,200 people in Italy, right? 1,200
In
people in
Italy.
Italy. I was like, mate, congratulations. It looks like a packed out room. You're crushing it. And he messaged back saying like, oh, thanks so much for the love. And then I said like, hey, do you want to come on the podcast? He was like, sure. Do you want to come on one of my team Zooms? And I was like, let's do it. And then like a day later, we're on a Friday night. It was like maybe like 10, 11 p.m. I think it was like maybe like 10, 11 p.m. 11 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Italy time on a Friday night, right? COVID's over now, guys. This is on a Friday night, and there was literally like close to 800 people on a Zoom, and everyone was super excited to be there. So you provided an opportunity for a lot of people because of your decision to change their life, mate. And I'm super proud of you for that. So what was because you didn't have like a painful reason, what was the reason for you joining as an entrepreneur? Was it like, wow, there's a really good space in the market here for me to crush it? Was it an entrepreneurial decision? Was it a career exchange decision? Was it something that like, what was the why? Like, what was the thing?
That is a very good question, and I will try to explain because it's a mix of things, actually.
Right.
I told you that I started with my IT career, and it's fair to say that I look up to my parents because they were always great examples when it comes to good work ethic. They aren't entrepreneurs in that way, but they always showed me that work has its importance in life. We conducted a very normal life. I wouldn't say, let's say a bit below average even, but they looked after my brother and myself, and we didn't miss anything during our childhood. But of course, I chose the career that my parents would love for me, just to make them happy, you see. And with the time, you ignore a bit the signals that life sends you when you start to avoid meetings, to avoid company convention, because you don't like this kind of environment. I also want to say that Swiss banks and the insurance company are a super dry environment, you know.
I can imagine.
Yes. So I had this thing in me that I wanted more from life. I knew that there is a potential in me that today I cannot express, and I was looking for the vehicle who allows me to express this potential. So when I said yes to network marketing, I was a bit in a conflict because my head said only yes when I created a business plan on Excel to see what was possible without having network marketing experience. I just was putting down some figures, and I checked what was possible within 4 or 5 months. And the numbers were super good. Like it was super exciting. On the same time, there were my colleagues in the IT industry, which were the first ones that I approached, who told me, Sandro, believe me, you don't want this. Do you have an idea with what kind of people you will have to do in this business? It's not yours, because they knew I'm quite introverted. I select my people like quality before quantity, and network marketing is quite the opposite. So it's a bit, it was really controversial but my heart was saying, yes, do it, do it, do it. And my head, not so sure.
Right,
so
logic,
I'm very happy that I did this. It was a mix of entrepreneurial decision, because the figures were amazing. And I was super okay also with my heart pushing me in this direction. So this was the why came from inside.
So, and I love this, because when you were sitting there doing the numbers or seeing if it was going to be a right thing for you, before you joined on the 1st of December, did you ever project the numbers that you're doing now? He's going to say yes. He's going to be like, well, I probably should say no, but yeah, I did.
No, it's I'm honest with you. I could show you also this Excel if you want, but actually the numbers on the Excel were even better. Okay, why? Because I didn't calculate the component person. You know, the X, which is the person in between. I couldn't calculate this. So of course, if I was calculating with the multiplication rate of 5 per 5, we ended up doing not as good as this, but still super good, as the figures can tell. So at the end of the day, I was really convinced. I believed that we could achieve this because I knew what's in me, that I can sell you my vision. That's it. I can sell you my vision. I'm not good at selling a product, but I'm very good at selling you a vision. That's it.
So let's talk about that, because I've grown up on sell the dream, build the team. And it's always been my dad's vision that encouraged me and my organization, because I just leveraged him. I was like, I've got someone who's way better at this than me. I'm just going to leverage his story and his vision and his passion and energy until I realize, actually, a lot of people are relating to my vision and my story way, way more. So let's talk about that. What are you doing with your team, or what can you share with other people when it comes to that vision, like having that vision, sharing that vision, having people get excited about that vision?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to talk related to this topic about a quality which not many leaders have nowadays, and that's the high sense of responsibility. As a leader, you're responsible for your organization. And if you cannot show the direction, you can show responsibility over your team. So having a big vision means showing leadership. It's all connected. So when you want to be responsible, you need to be able to show people things they can't see with their eyes today. Why? Because you are more experienced, because you are much further than them, because you believe more than them. Of course, you know that you can make the difference. That's it. So I always say, and I also sense this in my company where I'm working, because there are also my cross lines, you know, the other teams, and they don't do as good as we do. So the boss of our company came and asked me to give them also my consultancy. And I asked them, guys, how is it possible? Same company, same products, same compensation plan, but different performances in two teams. They didn't have the vision. That's it. So I started to tell them my vision. And the people that you saw at this convention, they were all mixed. There were also guys from other, and they were for the first time very united, as you could see, because the whole room was going crazy. Why? Because they start to believe now, because they got a vision. And the vision is super important. And it's better to have like a big vision than a small one. First of all, it costs the same. Second, if you aim for more, okay, even if you don't achieve this to 100%, I'm sure that you do more as when you think small. You know, that's the most important thing. And we do so big that I say to my people, guys, the world is not enough. And that's why you see this astronaut here in the back, because we're going to the moon. That's our team vision, you know. And the team vision is as important as our personal vision. Because it doesn't matter where I am on this world, if I'm on holiday, if every time when I see the moon, I stop and I think about what we want to achieve. And it's so powerful because it's one thing if you go alone along this journey, or if you go with a huge group of people along this journey, because it's a saying, right? Alone we can go like somewhere, but together we can go everywhere. That's it. So that's the point. Having a big vision means also doing the right things automatically, because vision means automatically discipline, control. It triggers the action that we do every day, because if you know the way, if you know the direction, you will immediately recognize also the ways that will not bring you there, or will bring you the opposite way, or you will risk to lose your direction, to use your objective. So having a clear and big vision is one of the fundamentals, I think, if you want to be a great leader in the network marketing industry.
And as you've said, like without the vision, you probably could have built a decent sized team of 3, 4, 5,000 people, but the vision has just accelerated it almost 10x. And as you said, it's free. It costs the same amount. You just got to think bigger. But I think with vision, with increased vision, has to be matched with increased belief. Because if you have a huge vision and you don't believe in it, you're just not gonna. Like I always say that you've got to be aligned. Like alignment is simply your vision for your future self has to be aligned with the belief that you have in the plan that you've got to get there. Because if you don't believe in it, you're not going to do it.
Absolutely.
It's funny, probably like you as well. I don't live in the present very often. And I don't know if you're watching or you're listening to this out there and you're someone who maybe feels that when you're in a room with some people who aren't your people, you're just not really there. You know, you might not be so fun. You might be kind of in the corner. You might be like looking at your watch thinking, when can I go? And it's not a bad thing. It's usually a good thing. I'm the person who's like, I'm thinking 3 days ahead, 5 days ahead, 10 days ahead. I'm thinking next year. I'm thinking about events in 5 years, in 10 years, just because I've conditioned myself with vision. So let's say you're someone's in your team and you have a lot of them. And that you've identified them as an upcoming leader. Maybe their organization's doing 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 a month in sales, maybe 1 million in sales in a month. So they've got great leadership qualities and they've got things going on. Like, how do you help them with their vision, or are you helping them buy into the team vision more?
Okay, so I think that the team vision will trigger automatically their vision. You know, the fact that we built kind of the company in the company with our organization, we leave this community very strong. And as you said, it's not normal to have 800 people on the call, especially in this short time frame. We didn't even have time to promote. I created the story for Instagram within 2 minutes. We send it out to the team and boom, we had 800 people on the call. Not even on a Friday night, 24 hours after. That's it. So why? The people are super identified with what we do. And some people, it's okay when in the beginning you don't have the greatest vision ever. This comes also with the time, because as you said, belief comes and vision matches after. But to create belief, you need to create competences, you need to create skills. And so it's like everything is connected with each other. Our community creates professional network marketing skills in you, which allow you to see things that before that you weren't able to see. It allows to let you do things that before this you didn't even know that you have these qualities in you. And once you start becoming more conscious of your potential, automatically you start to open up and to think bigger and to think, wow, if I achieve this in 3 months, what can I do in 12 months? And the second you ask yourself, what can I do in 12 months? You're starting to build a vision.
Yeah, right. It is as simple as that, isn't it?
It is. The thing is, many people stop too early.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they just stop too early. They are not willing to learn, to improve, to even wait before the first results come. Maybe I'm not the best example because I had like immediate results, but I also did what was needed to get the skills, you know. I mean, I read 2 books in 2 nights about network marketing. I also subscribed at Eric's academy to get the skills, and all the things I just learned, applied, applied. People learn, they rarely apply. That's the thing. So it's.
I think it's an important thing, and this goes out to everyone listening out there who struggles with vision or belief. Go and make a commission. Like I'll tell you, like the biggest moment in my entire career happened when I got my first commission. It was $18. I've been involved in the business for like 6 days, and I got $18. And I remember like looking at it and being like, whoa. Oh my, hang on a minute. If I just do it, what I've just done in the last 6 days, again and again and again and again and again, I can make $180. I can make $1,800. I can make $18,000. I can make $180,000. I can make 1.8 million. Like, there's no reason why I can't just do it again and again and again. And that gave me the belief to do it, but it also gave me the vision of the projection, like what you do with your Excel spreadsheet. That's one thing, right? If I do this amount of activity this month, I can expect this, and then go 1 month ahead, 3 months ahead, a year ahead. And that's just building your vision until you get to the stage. Like, Sandro, I'll ask you now, what's the team vision? Like, what's your vision for your team? What's your vision for your volume? What's your vision for your future life? Like, what is that? What's that look like?
So actually, we are in the lucky position that our company is only in 30 countries in Europe so far. And the market is super virgin when it comes to our products and our company. So we have still a lot to do. I projected, allow me to say this, in the next 5 to 10 years, 200 millions per month, which is a few billions a year, which is absolutely feasible. I repeat, that's why I say to my people, the world is not enough. As a team, we have like an even bigger vision, which is the whole professionalization of the network marketing industry, because it starts then to work when you do it professionally. When you decide to do it like as a full-time activity, then it starts to satisfy the promises that this industry, this great industry, makes to people. So we should stop saying with half an hour a day you become a millionaire. Of course, right. If your vision is to earn $300 a month, we can say that it's fair. Not everybody wants to become a millionaire in network marketing, but it's I always say, if you want to be a responsible leader, you should always try to aim for more, because the second you will relax, automatically your whole organization is going to relax. So you have two things that you need to do. You need to bring your people at the stage where you are right now. And I think it's not a coincidence that my top 5 first lines all in super high ranks. So they were super close by the fire. So they got, they did this journey with me. I'm super thankful to have them in my team, and they know that. I will always mention them down the road because we are doing this together. It's like a team thing. Right. They are my top 5, and that's it. I would even say, try to imagine to just build your dream team, you and 5 people. And this is what we give in our organization to duplicate. Find your dream team, find your 5 people, because when you do this, you will show people a good example and they will do exactly the same thing. That's it. That's also duplication. When we talk about fast multiplication, okay, it can be fast, but it also can be super high quality. And when you want super high quality, it takes maybe a little bit longer, but it's super authentic, it's super natural, and it feels good. when something doesn't feel good in general, it's really not so good. So I would really appreciate if people would all improve their professional level in network marketing industry, because this will help the whole industry. It's the business of the 21st century.
That's right.
Because the people, they still have to come, and I always tell to people, fasten your seatbelt, because the great leaders, they still need to arrive in the industry. They still need to arrive.
We've not found them yet. We've not found them.
We've not found them yet. So
there's something very powerful. There's something very powerful here. So a few things is, and guys, please make a note of this, that earners are found, but leaders are earned. So we are going to be able to find people who can earn a lot of money in this industry, but we have to earn the right for them to become a leader, right? We're not just going to be able to pick a leader from out of space, pick a leader from next door. Like they don't exist necessarily. And if they do, they're a leader. Leaders don't quit what they're doing. Leaders have a strong vision. They've got a strong passion, and they're doing what they're doing. So we go in, oh, I'm going to take that leader from that organization, or that leader from that person, or that leader from that profession. I'm going to bring them into my organization. Leaders don't quit. So we have to find the earners. We have to help the earners, like, for them to come in and earn $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. And then we have to earn the right for them to become a leader. Like, we've got to put in the work to help develop the leader. When it comes to the dream team that you're talking about, I love this, because I love the idea of having, I call them obviously like inner circles, or, like lab, like a leadership advisory board. So do those 5 guys have their own dream team? Like, do those 5 people have like 5 people who they like work with all the time? And, is that what it looks like on your team?
Yeah. So of course, the development of a person cannot always be the same. When you have 5 people, you have 5 different kind of developments. I have a super strong team, which it's a lady. She has already found, plus minus, her top 5. She's still building them, and they need to achieve many things. And then I have some other teams which are still defining the top 5. Because that's also the thing. A person that pushes for you for many months, this person can be gone like this. So investing your time in people is super important, because it's all about creating a super strong relationship and a common team vision. So I'm very happy, because all of the 5 have more or less identified their 5. Some are further than others, but it's super fine. I didn't plan to stop tomorrow, so we still have some time to define the top 5. But as you know, when you have 5 super trained people with strong belief and strong vision, and they have also their 5 which are super trained with, then it starts to become really really good, and really your activity, your daily activities changed. And this is something that I can.
And the goal for everyone out there is to have 5 lines with 5 leaders in each line. Like, if you have that block of 25, so 5 teams, 5 leaders in each team, like deep, like, you're going to have such a solid growing business that doesn't even require your help. Obviously, the first goal is maybe 3 lines with 1 leader, then 3 lines with 2 leaders, then 3 lines with 3 leaders, then 4 lines with 3, and then 5 lines with 3, then 5. It just, that's how it kind of grows. But it's really establishing who these people are, who are stepping up, who have the vision, who have the belief, who take an action, and build that dream team. Mate, this has been really great. It's amazing when I talk to you, and now I've seen the numbers and know the numbers. It's a unicorn story, but I can see why and how you've done it. It's not like, oh wow, he got lucky. No, you can't, number one, be lucky to have these numbers. You can't, number two, be lucky to get 800 people join a Zoom call on a Friday night. And you can't be lucky just to talk about the things that you're talking about, because it's super important. And I really love that you're kind of working on that, turning people into like professionals in the network marketing space, and really increasing the professionalism in network marketing, because that is that is the key to a lot of this, guys. It really, really is, you know, and vision will take you through the tough times. Belief will take you through the tough times. But what I love about this more than anything is inside Loser to Legend, my newest book, we talk about building a leadership entity and like a team that moves towards the goal. And this is what Sandro's done. It's not Sandro is going towards the goal, come with me. It's I'll captain the ship, but we're all getting on the ship and we're going together. If one of the leaders jumped off the ship, no one even notices. Oh, someone might go, oh, someone's just jumped. What a shame. Let's carry on. Whereas a lot of people make the mistake of, hey, I'm going there. You can come with me if you want. And then when a leader quits or jumps ship, everyone stops focusing on where the goal and what the vision is. And they start focusing on why Mary quit, why Sarah quit. Mary was making $5,000 a month, but now she's joined another company. Why? Should we not be addressing this? Is that like, should we have an emergency call and talk about, it doesn't matter because they've created this leadership unity, this leadership entity where everyone's moving towards the same goal and same vision on the same progression line. So, mate, this has been amazing. Is there anything left that you would like to share with the guys before we wrap up here?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the ship because as you can imagine, when you have the moon as a vision, your mission is to create a spaceship to fit all people in. Right. So every time when we find a new diamond in our organization, right, it's like we are adding a new engine to the spaceship, you know, like because it becomes like more powerful and it goes like even faster. And that's the thing, when you have like a united vision for the whole team, the eyes are strictly on the target, on the objective, and people are not getting distracted. As a last thing, I want to mention that staying humble and coachable and hungry is super mandatory.
Yeah,
I kept buying courses and I keep buying courses. I just bought a ticket to be at the Virtual GoPro in December in Vegas. That's my happy moment. That will be my happy moment because yeah, when you have like virtual mentors like you are not so virtual anymore because we got the chance to talk, or like Eric, you know, and to meet them for the first time and being able to thank them for all the knowledge that you just could take and use. And use. It's something incredible. So stay coachable, stay hungry. I always say I'm in my second year of apprenticeship as a professional networker.
Yeah,
that's it.
If you were a 2-year-old kid, you'd be crying and screaming and falling, and you know, it would be crazy. I'll share something with you. So I've just got this really crazy vision when you were talking about like moving people onto the spaceship. I've got this really crazy vision that when anyone hits diamond in your company, you present them with like an astronaut's outfit, right? They got the astronaut, they got the big like helmet on stage, and there's like 20 of them, 100 of them, 50 of them, just all dressed up as astronauts. I think that'd be super, super flipping cool. So anyway, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time, for your knowledge, and for those of you tuning out in there, for those of you tuning in on the YouTube video, you're tuning in on the podcast, go and check out Sandro. Sandro, how do people find you on Instagram? What's your Instagram handle?
It's Sandro, but you replace the A with the 7.
That's it.
And that's it.
That you've really?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Sandro.
Okay.
It's my favorite number, the number 7. So you just replace the A of Sandro with the 7 and you will find me.
There we go. So S7NDRO. You'll find him. Go and take a screenshot of what you're seeing on your device right now, whether it's on the podcast or the YouTube. Take a screenshot, post it onto your Instagram stories, tag myself at Frazer Brookes Online and at Sandro with a 7 instead of the A, right? S7NDRO. Tag us and let us know if you got value from this, because it's always appreciated. And it's a way we can thank Sandro for his time, his experience, which is crazy to think experience in less than 2 years, his vision and his enthusiasm. So, mate, I appreciate you. Grazie mille. And look forward to the next time.
Grazie a te, Frazer. Have a great time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.